The sleepy forest. The keeper of the field night is approaching. It doesn't rush, stepping softly as if afraid to wake the grass. The clouds are heavy, drifting like blankets across the sky. The field stands still in expectation. Somewhere in the distance, the last bird goes to rest. The day fades away, the silence deepens. And at this hour, Mira awakens. She lives in the very heart of the field, not in a house, not in a hut, in the earth itself. Mira is not a human. She is a spirit, a keeper of sleep. Every night she comes out to take care of those who sleep under the open sky. Her breath is like the wind after rain. Her voice is like the rustling of grass in July. When she walks, the grass doesn't bend. It embraces her. Mice stop scurrying. Cicadas sing more quietly. Owls nod to her, hiding beneath the leaves. Mira walks slowly, like the night itself. She touches the wheat, and it bows to the earth. She touches the air, and the wind becomes still. Her presence calms everything. Even the stars seem to burn more slowly when she is near. Every night she sings, quiet, ancient songs that the grass knew long before humans. They have no words, but everyone who hears them knows everything will be fine. Mira brings peace. She doesn't heal wounds. She heals tiredness. But tonight, the field sighed with more restlessness. Something had changed. Mira stopped. She listened. The earth spoke to her. Someone had arrived. Not one who seeks rest, but one who brought restlessness with them. Mira wasn't afraid. She walked toward the place where the grass hadn't yet fallen asleep. And there she saw him. Crone, he was like smoke from a burnt land, black, sharp, fragile. His steps cracked the grass. He looked aside as if he didn't want to meet the field's gaze. "Who are you?" Mira asked gently. "The one who doesn't sleep?" he answered. "Why?" "Because I dream of everything I've lost." Mira stepped closer. "Here you can rest." "I can't." "Why?" "I destroyed things." "And now you're looking for silence." "I don't deserve it." "Silence is not a reward. It's a state." He turned away. "I don't believe in such stories." "I don't tell stories. I live in them." The grass stirred. The sky darkened slightly. The stars began to gather in small clusters. Crone clenched his fists. "This field is too quiet," he said. "Too pure." "You came not to destroy, but because you're lost," Mira said. He sat down, uncertainly, as if waiting to be cast away. But Mira sat next to him. She didn't touch him, just sat nearby. And that was new. He was used to being feared, used to loneliness. Mira didn't speak. She just looked at him, as the moon looks at the river, unjudging, unpressing. "I've lost myself," he whispered. "Then you need to find not a path, but a place where you can stop." "I don't know how to stand still. I only know how to walk." "Then sit and let the field think for you." He placed his hand on the earth, and for the first time, he felt that it didn't resist. It didn't judge. It just was. Software. The tiredness began to fill his body, not with restlessness, but warmth. He closed his eyes for a moment. Everything inside stopped spinning. Mira softly sang a lullaby. "Sleep, forgotten name. Sleep, weary one. Sleep, quieted within. Sleep, and be alive." He listened. He didn't understand the words, but they touched his soul. He felt the anger dissolve inside him. He didn't fight it. He just stopped holding on to it. Mira looked at him, and she saw how his shadow lightened. He no longer broke the grass. He no longer breathed like the wind. He breathed like the earth. "I'm afraid that if I sleep, I'll disappear," he whispered. "You won't disappear. You'll become yourself." "I don't know who I am." "Then dreams will help you remember." Crone lay down. He placed his head on his hands. Mira covered him with sleep. It was like a blanket of stars, like the scent of bread, like childhood. He didn't resist anymore. The sky grew deeper. The cicadas sang faintly. The birds fell silent. The field breathed evenly. Crone slept. Mira smiled. Her task for the night was done. But she stayed nearby, because even those who fall asleep need someone's shadow. Warmth doesn't need to speak loudly, it just is. And so the night passed, quietly, softly, without fear. And even if, in the morning, Crone leaves, the field will always remember that once, even the blackest spirit fell asleep. And this means that hope is stronger. Evening gently covers the forest like a soft blanket. The light slowly disappears beyond the horizon, leaving the sky breathing in hues of deep blue. The forest grows still. Only a light breeze rustles the treetops as if whispering a story. From an ancient hollow at the very heart of the woods steps out Luma. She is the spirit of sleep, the guardian of stillness and comfort. Her steps make no sound. Her robe is woven from moonlight. Each night she awakens to spread the dust of dreams through the forest. Her breath is a warm mist. Her voice is a whisper of stars. Tonight she walks the familiar path. Leaves rustle beneath her feet. Sleepy bugs hide under roots. Luma smiles and touches the bark of an old tree. "Sleep well, my friend," she whispers. The tree exhales and goes silent. On a branch sits an owl, blinking slowly. "Time to rest too," Luma says softly. The owl nods and tucks its head under its wing. Luma walks on. A soft glow surrounds her as fireflies gather like tiny stars. They dance around her, lighting the path. In a bush, a small rabbit curls up. He trembles. "Tired today, little one?" Luma whispers. She gently touches his forehead. "Sleep now. Dreams are near." The rabbit exhales and drifts into sleep. Dream dust settles on his ears. Ahead, a fox dozes in her den. Luma sings her a quiet lullaby. Even the leaves are hushed by her voice. Everything slows down. But somewhere nearby, something stirs. A breeze becomes a whisper, the whisper of restlessness, the shadow. She always comes when Luma brings peace, not evil, just uneasy. "You're here again," Luma says gently. "I can't sleep," the shadow whispers. "I'm afraid." "You spread fear to others," Luma replies softly. "I don't mean to, but dreams, they're dark. What if they hide something scary?" Luma lowers her gaze. "Dreams are not darkness. They're a soft place between the days." The shadow vanishes into the bushes, but her echo lingers in the air. Luma walks on. Beneath a great tree sleeps a bear. Luma gently touches his ear. "Sweet dreams, big one." She walks past stones, a brook, and glowing mushrooms. The forest is full of whispers, but all grows quiet. Luma sits beside a waterfall. She listens to the water. It sings of dreams it carried away today. Dreams of summer, of children, of home. She smiles, but the wind rises again. The shadow returns. "I dreamed I was forgotten," she whispers. "Everyone forgets. I'm afraid I'll disappear." "You won't vanish," says Luma. "I remember you." "What if even you fall asleep?" "I am part of sleep. I always return." The shadow shivers. "I tried to sleep once. I didn't know how." "You've never tried with kindness," Luma says. They walk together, slowly, through mossy paths. The shadow moves with a whisper that stirs the leaves. Luma hums a soft melody. Crickets answer in the grass. The shadow begins to quiet. They arrive at a lake. Stars are reflected on its surface. "Look," Luma says, "even the sky is asleep." The shadow watches. "It's beautiful." You can lie down here, Luma offers. What if nightmares come back? I'll stay close, Luma promises. The shadow lies on the moss. For the first time, peacefully, Luma sits beside her and covers her with her glowing cloak. The cloak is warm like summer. The shadow closes her eyes. Thank you. Sleep now, whispers Luma. She strokes the shadow's head. The music of the night softens. Animals sleep. Trees sleep. Even the wind is cradled. The whole night becomes a single, long breath. Fireflies drift slowly in the air. The stream sings a lullaby. The shadow no longer whispers. She breathes calmly for the first time. Luma stands up. She looks at the forest. She smiles. Peace has returned. She walks slowly, almost floating. Behind her, the sleeping woods. Ahead, the distant morning. She passes under the branches, whispering, "Sleep, my world. Sleep, wanderer. Sleep, soul." Her voice grows quieter. The world melts into soft blue. Everything slows down. Only the breath of the forest remains, and a gentle glow, and silence, warmth, rest.